What's up, loungers? I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Listen, we are going to get into these Jaguar Wright reactions today. There is so much stuff going on with her and with Goomba. Like, it is crazy, guys, okay? And we have got to get into this. Like, I'm like really kind of on the fence about a lot of this stuff. There was some things that I was really concerned about that I saw that I heard Jaguar talking about, and we're going to get into all of that stuff, everything that happened on the official King Payne show. I'm also going to talk about what Donat was talking about, so shout out to him. And everything that he brought up, because definitely I have the same sentiments, and I was going to get into a lot of this stuff today. Okay. So listen, guys, and we're also going to talk about Lagena and what happened with her and Jag the other day, because that was crazy as well. I had an excellent weekend, guys. 17 family definitely showed up and showed out. We were in these streets this weekend. We had a great time. And I'm just kind of recovering like today. Okay. So got my shit together. We can finally get up here and talk. Otherwise, I would have been up yesterday. But yes, I was very tired yesterday from all the shenanigans that we did on Saturday. 17 family was definitely heavy in these streets, and everybody came up from different states, and we had a great time, as we always do when we all get together. So shout out to 17 family. Now let's go ahead and let's get into what was going on this weekend, because like I said, Jag was definitely giving us some tea to talk about. There was a lot going on with those two, with Lagena and everything else. And we are definitely going to get into all of this, okay? So guys, sit back and relax while we go ahead and start the show. All right, so listen. I don't know where y'all were this weekend, okay, and what was going on with Jag, but there was a whole lot that happened. Now, the last thing that we left off with was the fact that she may have, or has definitely been evicted, okay? Her mother and Goomba's name was on the place, and they got taken and putting out the house. It was a whole big thing. The paperwork was actually, put out and everything, so we know that that is actual fact, okay? Now we're going to get into what happened with them this weekend, because Jag actually went live on her channel. I am going to play that. I'm going to play portions of it because she played a lot of music in there. And yeah, I definitely don't want to play the music because that just kind of makes everything, crazy on here, and just makes YouTube want to not even, fool with the video. So to avoid that problem, I'm just going to go ahead and play some audio of what Jag was doing, and also just kind of stop and go and do some commentary on that. Okay. But again, shout out to you guys for being in the building. Make sure that you guys do hit the like button on the way in, and make sure that you share the show out as well, so everybody knows that we are live and everybody knows we are talking about this. Okay. Because child, there is so much going on with this woman. I did hear somebody speaking on her this weekend on another channel. Shout out, who else? Whose channel was it on? I believe it was Darrell's channel, D. Darrell. Shout out to D. Darrell, the Rebirth. He was kind of talking about this, and there was somebody who went on the platform and said that she happens to know some people that know Jaguar personally, and she thinks that Jag is just completely lost and completely gone, and there is no coming back from what Jag was doing. And, I don't know. I think that everybody can be redeemed, right? At some point. I would hate to say that, she just simply just cannot be redeemed at all. But who knows, but I don't think I'm one that can judge on that. But either way, let's go ahead and get into these Jag and Lagena reactions, okay? Because they definitely went live and was talking crazy. And then we're going to get into the second one she did just a few hours ago. And then we'll get into what happened on Donat's show, okay? Because yes, I really do think this is crazy. and it's almost scary what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because she plays this song kind of loud, and I really don't want the song to play. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna play this up a little bit. Everybody hit the like button.
Last night, Lagena invited me to come and be a part of a live with, what's his name?
I'm trying to like stop and go a little bit.
His name is Rel. I've never heard
I am trying to stop and go a little bit because of the music.
of this person, and then when I looked at his Instagram, I understood why. He only got 1,100 followers. I don't pay attention to that shit. See, that's God telling me to be a me. Now, they were talking about, dealing with mental health and whatever the case may be. And the conversation was cool. It was lightweight. It was cool. But then he started asking real questions. And see, this is the thing, and I'm gonna say this to you, Rel, because he dumped us off the live.
Hold on, guys.
He kicked us off the live. He booted us because shit got real. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I will never encourage an African American human being to allow themselves. Hold on. Okay. I will never. Well, of course, it's another hotel.
Hold on, guys. It's like lagging for some reason. I don't know if it's my StreamYard or what, but this is kind of lagging.
We're not in Texas. We're in Louisiana. I'm buying. A house here. Where we supposed to sleep, in the car?
I love the patience. I was
we need more. They make me rich.
Changing some of the things on there so it plays.
I will never encourage an African American human being in this day and age to accept being belittled and disgraced and demeaned and to let it go unchecked.
Yeah, so we was having a live yesterday. I was invited to somebody's panel, and we was talking about mental health, and somebody was talking about what they experience inside the mental health, and they experience like racism. They wasn't allowed to play their type of music, and somebody kind of bashed them into just doing other, and so Jag was trying to get him encouragement, and you you know how it goes.
And I acknowledged his pain.
Yep, she acknowledged somebody else's pain too, as far as because she heard the tone in our voices when we.
All right, guys, bear with me just a moment. For some reason, this is like really, really lagging. I have no idea what is going on.
Talk, or when she heard them, she was trying to give them pep talks, and like it's like you have to make time for your self care, and to know that things is not the end. You have to change the way you speak and change the way you talk and your actions. And so went towards her trying to give advices out. That's what I got from her, and that's what her intentions was. And
we actually had words.
Yeah,
we had words behind it, and then we had an epiphany.
Yeah. So so we got kicked out of that panel.
I guess we weren't crazy enough. I guess we didn't look crazy enough. I guess that's the reason why they really wanted us there, so that they could.
And I'm not really sure
prove that we're crazy.
So I'm not really sure what panel they was talking about, right? I was trying to look for it, but I couldn't find it. But yeah, either way, there's a lot of content creators out here who are kind of like dropping in Lagena's, in her DMs and stuff, and offering to bring her on the show so she can tell this little crazy story. And then when she gets on the show, they kind of exploit her and start jumping down her throat, and them and their audience starts jumping down her throat. And I don't know if that's really cool, right? Considering the fact that we all know clearly this young lady has some mental illness, okay? And all of this stuff has been going on for some time. So everybody's aware of the story. We all know this ain't, Aaliyah's daughter. But not only with the mental illness, I also think that she is using and milking this story as much as she can, right? To get some more money and some more stuff out of the people. And the longer that, she can milk this, the longer she can. But, at the same time, right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, it's one thing where, it's content, we're laughing, we're joking, whatever. It's another thing when you're actually exploiting the person, right? So I definitely think that is a thing, right? And that is definitely something that's going on. And we should have much more integrity when it comes to that, which is what we're going to get into in a little bit in regards to what happened on the official campaign show, and that Donat was talking about. So let's go ahead and finish this up real quick. And bear with me, guys. I did lower the quality so that this can play a little bit better. I'm not really sure why it was playing like it was, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the quality is a certain way, because if you play it on like a really high quality and I have this on high def, it might just try to come through really weird. So I apologize for that. But let me go ahead and play this out so that you guys can hear what Jag was saying and how dramatic this chick is.
Ain't nothing wrong with Lagena. Ain't nothing wrong with me.
And again, bear with me just a moment, guys.
We're angry Black women, and we have reasons to be angry. PTSD and bipolar. All that is an angry Black woman, and I got a reason to be angry. Yes, I do encourage Black people the time. You just don't see me do it. Not everything that I do out in public. Actually, most of what I do is done secretly. I'm a blessing. Always been. You should have saw the breakfast I made for my family this morning. I took leftovers and turned it into a gourmet meal. You can't tell me I ain't no blessing. No, I'm really not missing my husband. Usually, these hot tub videos is usually me and my husband. Has he done any hot tub videos lately? The shade of it all. That's funny. I mean, my post ain't changing. I'm still living my life.
You are absolutely right. She has the right to feel angry. She has it just because of what she went through. You can't expect somebody to keep treating somebody away and then you expect them to be on your side forever. That don't make no sense. She's not his mom. She's not nobody else's mom either.
I'm Sam's mom.
Well, yeah, you Sam's mom, but
and he fucked up when he started lying on my son, saying that my son stole the money. That's the unforgivable sin.
Yeah,
I will never side with a man or anybody. I would over my son. He's my only living child that I have left. He is my only living heir. But, I might be pregnant, so I don't know. I still ain't got my period yet, but I ain't having that baby.
Yeah.
I'm not having that kid. I'm not having that fucked up nigga's kid. Can you imagine?
Derry, have you been around at all? Like, for real.
All right, we're going to pause it here because we're going to definitely talk about this. So y'all got to hear this shit. And I'm actually probably going to show this because, child, listen, I'm not going to show it because I don't want my stuff to start lagging even more than it is. And shout out to me for still going through. But anyway, child, listen, I don't know if y'all listen to this, but this chick is still acting like this pregnancy thing is a real thing, okay? Jag is not pregnant, y'all. Okay. Jag is not pregnant. So now the new thing is, she's quote unquote contemplating abortion. Okay. She's not pregnant. You got to be pregnant to have an abortion, right? You can't just have an abortion, somewhere. No, you actually got to be pregnant to get an abortion. Okay. And she's not pregnant. Okay. And if she is, guess who's not the father? Guess who ain't the daddy? Okay. Goomba wouldn't be the pops. And really, they saying out here that Solar would be the pops, okay? But I don't think Jag is pregnant at all. But y'all got to hear how she tries to play this shit out because this is so dramatic, child. Listen.
Respect when you with them, and if you love them, that has to be there. And if somebody treats you that way, then you have to defend yourself.
While you hating on me, I'm sucking on watermelon. It's glorious. My little turkey sausage bites. Just glorious. I want to know, for every hater in this chat, what are you doing right now? Take a picture of what you're doing and post it on your social media and tag me to it. This is what I'm doing right now. What you doing other than watching me? My. Does your morning look as glorious as mine. Can't take him back. Won't take him back. I'm not divorcing him, but I won't take him back. My life is too nice. My life is too nice. Can you imagine?
How fucking backwards does that sound? Your life is so wonderful and so great that you're not willing to let go of the person that you claim is holding you down. Like, how much sense does that make? I mean, it's clear, that this is some reverse psychology that she's trying to use on Goomba, okay? And I don't know, it might be working a little bit because I want you guys to hear his reaction on the Not Show and what happened on there. We're going to get into all of that, but listen, Jag is definitely trying to use some reverse psychology on this man, okay? Because like I said, if you really want to let a nigga go, okay? You really don't want to fool with somebody no more, child, you would just let him go. It would be so easy to just go down there and file them divorce papers, like really, if that's what you wanted. But you're going to say, I'm not going to let him get divorced. Like, well, that's why, because you don't want him to be with nobody else. You don't want to let him go. That's why. Because if you really wanted to be away from him and really wanted to leave him alone, you would really ghost that guy, okay? Ghosting, okay, for those in the back, let me tell y'all what ghosting is. Ghosting is literally, I don't speak on you. I don't talk to you. I don't call you. I don't call your peoples. I'm not interested. I'm not taking no calls. I'm not even acknowledging you exist. That is what ghosting is, okay? For those of y'all, the slow ones in the back that didn't know that, I had to tell y'all. But yeah, if she really didn't want to fuck with him no more and deal with him no more, she would literally let him completely go. But she know that's not the plan. She know that's not what she want. And this is all reverse psychology that she's using on Goomba.
Mm-hmm. A baby that acted like him, I kicked that kid. I fucked that kid up. Or maybe just take him out. Or maybe just take him out to the woods and just let him go wander in the wild and shit. Go be free, baby. Be free.
She just talking shit.
I don't want that motherfucker's baby.
No, she's serious.
I think she's serious. To do whatever I want.
I think she's dead ass with that. I think Jag would most definitely, if she was pregnant with anybody's child, and Goomba's child in particular, and had to raise that child without the help of the father or anything like that, I think she would most definitely attempt to be abusive, because look at how she is now. Like, look at her, I really do. When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. Okay?
Because I ain't having this shit. Fuck, I want to bring a soul here to be to oh my God, that would be the cruelest thing, to make him a parent of an innocent life. That would be so cruel.
The baby gonna be a better version of him.
You mean like Sam is with his dad? Like he's a better version of Sam?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's too big a risk and too big a gamble. I'm old.
I'm not gonna see what to do with your body. It's your body.
Flushing that hoe. Second, I tell you, if that does come up positive, it's time to find a toilet. Everything must go. Everything from that nigga must go. Everything must go. I can't. Shoot. Hey, Sean. Hi. There goes that Sean.
Oh, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
see, Sean. This is what we doing this morning? Self-care.
Give it up for Sean Davy West.
Well, I mean, Jesus doesn't exist right now as a living person because he died like a couple thousand years ago. But the spirit of Jesus is real.
Hold on, guys. It's still acting weird.
I love you too, Sean. You my friend. You so my friend. Oh, who's Mr. Pop? What are you, Poppington? Are y'all alluding to Johnny Popcorn?
Y'all support him too.
Oh, yeah, a child is a blessing. Stop making me feel like with my heart. I don't want to think about this with my heart. I just want to deal with it with my head. Yes, Holy Spirit activate. But listen to me, my flesh say, flush it. My heart say, every soul counts. But then that means I gotta deal with him for 18 years.
I'm not about to acknowledge your hate ass. They want me to.
All right, let's give that a second to stop buffering. Either way, she gonna say she gotta still deal with him for 18 fucking years. Listen, at the end of the day, honey, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time with even grasping that there's anybody out here that is even acknowledging this, right? I'm having a hard time with anybody who is pretending that this is fact, that this is true, right? You know, that this is anything, because it just simply isn't, right? And we all know it. You know, I get it. You know, she has mental illness and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, you know, that is kind of the problem here. The fact that she does have some clearly untreated mental illness, and y'all are just feeding into this shit, right? Like it's okay, like it's normal, you know, like this is a minstrel show. And that's what I'm having an issue with some of the content creators out here who are not necessarily, you know, they call themselves friends, but they're not really looking out for this chick. They're kind of just exploiting this situation. You know, and then they get into her chat and they laugh and joke and play with this stuff, you know, like it's not even a big deal. Um, I had even thought that Goomba was in on it the other day because of the fact that he was in her chat moderating the chat, right? At least that's what we thought, or at least that's what it looked like. He was in there as a moderator. So, you know, are you in on this whole thing too? But, you know, and then, you know, then he pulls at my heartstrings and I start hearing how he's talking and he starts crying and carrying on, which we're about to get into. And I don't even know. I'm not sure which one is which. Like, it's kind of hard to figure out whether or not he's in on this with her or whether or not he's really serious about really getting away from this and that he actually is in fear of his life, right? So we're going to get into that in a second. Let me get into some of y'all comments in here. You said, Dana is my bestie. Yeah, girl, I really, really like him. And he's growing a lot. And he just hit 10,000 subscribers. So really proud of him for that. And he's doing his thing. So I've been over there watching him a lot lately and just kind of listening in on some things. But yeah, I really do. He's one of my faves as well. You said Grand Rising. You said, hey, Stephanie. You said, Dana. Hey, I am human. I appreciate you being in the building. You said, Stephanie, Dana is toxic. You know, I really like him, actually. and people have their faves, and people say some content creators are that way. I just happen not to feel that way. There's others that I can say I do think are toxic. There are some content creators that I really love that other people think are toxic, right? And I happen to like them, right? Like Toxic Diamond, for instance. There's a lot of people that don't like her, but I love me some tox. Okay, that's my baby. And then there's some other content creators too that I really really like, and that others think are toxic. But to me, he has a lot of integrity, and there's some things he just refuses to do, and I respect it. You know, everybody doesn't necessarily like everybody else's decisions sometimes, but you can respect somebody that can stand 10 toes on what they believe in and what they feel, you know. And he's one of those people that just won't allow people to kind of come to their platform, his platform, and do what they want. I like that about him, because I'm the same way. So I really do like that about him, and I'm gonna keep supporting him. You said I am human. Tell me about it. He loves my ass. Okay. You said it's not me, Mari. Okay, you is not the father. Yeah, Mikey, I appreciate you being in the building. You said good morning to everybody in the chat, even the people that's in the clouds. Make sure y'all subscribe to Mikey XF23. He does do gaming on his channel, and we are trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers so that he can go ahead and monetize, because that is what he would like to do. You said I am human first. I did some of my best clowning in a while on Mr. Donat. I was damn proud of myself. Yeah, you can really get it in over there. You said, look at Lagena trying to help her. Child, she was in there really trying to make Jag feel better about all this stuff Jag going through, right? It's crazy. You said, is she mad at Wave now? She sounds pissed. Child, she's over here in her feelings about different shit. And yeah, just talking trash and just saying a whole bunch of stuff. And we're gonna let her finish up because she has a couple other things to say, and then we're gonna get into what happened on Donat's show. You said, or they let her commit possible felonies on their platform and just laugh. Child, we are going to get into all of that because I have some opinions on that as well. Like I said, I don't like it. There's some people really think that you know, because they are your audience, right? That somehow they get to run what happens with your show. And if you don't allow them to, they be in their bag and feeling some type of way about that, right? But one of the things about, being a content creator is that you got to have a lot of backbone. You can't just let people just do whatever they want, and you got to be able to tell them about it, right? And then when you do, there's always going to be people that complain about stuff like that, but that's okay, right? As long as you're not disrespecting anybody, you know you do have to stand 10 toes on your own platform, because only you are responsible for how that growth goes and what happens with that. So yeah, I agree. I ain't with the shits with that kind of stuff. We definitely gonna get into it. What happened on Official King Payne, honey, and Sean Davy Way recently too. You said did not grows on me. We are just giving each a hard time. Yeah, we probably will, but I love me some Denat. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish up what was being said here on Jag's video, and then we're going to go ahead and go over to Denat.
I learned from my own platform.
I don't know.
The more you speak them up, the more they get nice.
Hey, we're gonna come to LA, but it has to be safe. LA ain't safe right now. Vegas ain't safe right now. Not for me. In those places, I would have to worry about somebody trying to finesse me into a case and get me in the system again. And after this last experience I just had, I gotta be super super, super careful where I allow myself to be. I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I should keep the baby if I'm pregnant.
And you know what, y'all? I actually looked in the chat to see if there was anybody that was responding to that shit. And child, there were people actually putting ones in that chat that she need to keep this alleged baby. Okay. There were people putting ones in the chat. Okay. Because they thought that Jag should keep the damn baby. Okay. Like there was like one person that put a bunch of twos, but there was multiple people actually putting ones in the chat, like saying, "Yeah, you should keep the baby, Jag. Don't have no abortion, Jag. Like she's really pregnant. Like what is going? You know what? I'm sick of these people. I'm so sick of these people actually feeding these delusions. It don't make no goddamn sense."
Oh, the pool is amazing. 1, 2, 1. Abortion is whack, but but my I can't call him my ex because I'm not divorcing him.
Listen, abortion is especially whack when you're not pregnant, okay? Like you can't have an abortion if you're not pregnant, okay? This is the part that I'm thinking Jag doesn't understand. I think she thinks that somehow she's going to go to a doctor and she's going to act like she's getting some type of abortion, right? And there's no baby, okay? I don't know if she think a doctor is going to sign off on some bullshit like that and just say that they did some kind of procedure on her that they didn't do. I'm not sure what she's going to do. I don't know if she's trying to come up with some type of scheme with this, but Jag is not pregnant. Okay. We are not going to pretend that she is. We're not going to act. But yeah, there's people in the chat room over here on her show putting ones in the chat saying that she should not have an abortion because they really want to feed into this nonsense, y'all. Like really, they want to give her.
That man that I married is even worse. Okay. Somebody put up hella twos. Hella twos.
Bear with it, guys. I don't know why this keeps lagging like this.
The part about
I don't have nothing playing in the background.
this that really sucks.
I don't know. It's not like I'm lagging on StreamYard. It's just whatever I'm.
Is that I wanted to have another baby before I couldn't do it no more. But after everything that happened with Sam, it'll be 10 times worse. With that man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't appreciate her saying that because
and I'm married.
well, I don't appreciate her saying that part right there. She said every time that happened with Sam, which is her living son, um, you know, everything would be worse. First of all, y'all, I don't know if y'all have heard it or not, but Sam adamantly denied all of this crap that she said about him, right? Everything in regards to him having him being autistic, everything down to him being S abused when he was a child. He said that never happened to him. He said that there was a kid that did something inappropriate at school, but it wasn't to the level that she's saying. And even the father, Sam's father, also denies that. So it's really sick. And I'm going to say this to for the slow people in the back as well. It is a very sick thing, and it takes a very sick individual to conjure up such behavior in a person or conjure up such a thing happening to a person, if that has never happened to them, right? I remember this guy who had told a story about his alleged son, one of his sons, right? And he's not any friend of mine, but this guy, I know this guy, and he said that his son had been killed, right? Had been unalived. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use that word, but he had been unalived, okay? And everybody was really sad for him and really, down and sad about it and stuff like that. And then probably about a few years later, I had ran across the mother of the son, and I gave her my condolences for her son, because naturally, if somebody's child has been unalived, of course you want to, give your condolences for that. And she asked me to sit down and then told me proceed. And I'm glad she told me sit down because I probably would have fell over with what she said. She proceeded to tell me that the father had lied about that and had made that up for some type of attention, I guess, or whatever. I was shocked, right, that a person would do something like that to their own child, right? And just make up some crazy, deranged stuff about their child when it's not even true. You know what I mean? Like that is really, really a whole nother level of sickness, And for her to be coming at Sam like that, I really think it's unfair. He didn't ask for any of this. He's not requesting to be part of none of this stuff. This is all Jag shit. You know what I'm saying? So if she wants to keep up with the shenanigans, by all means, do you. But what does Sam have to do with any of this? She could keep him out of it. And the father, too, because he seems to be a very good father that took very good care of Sam while Jag wasn't in his life. So.
Adoption is
Hey,
an option.
Child, I appreciate you being in the building. You said hey to you, Priya Loudon. Shout out to you.
Because I won't raise his child. I will not share something as important. I won't do it. Not with him. I'd have to have sole custody and a lifelong restraining order.
Who is going to give her sole custody of a child that is, you have to get sole custody of a child, you have to prove that the other parent is like super duper terrible. Like there's got to be something like, they are, doing something to children, they're, inward in children, or they're doing something crazy like that for you to get sole custody of a child. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people do that stuff. They get out here and they get in these relationships and then they have a baby and then they think automatically if they leave the person, the child just goes with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how that always works. Just because you're the mom or, whatever, doesn't mean that you will automatically just have sole custody. Now, you may have primary custody, right? But you're going to have to share that child with that other parent. I mean, that's just how that goes, unless you can prove somehow that that parent is a danger to that child, right? Even if you and that person got into some domestic issues in the past, that person still can see their child. That doesn't mean they're not going to be around their child, right? You would literally have to prove that that person is a danger to that child. And so far, both you and Goomba seem very unstable. So I'm not sure what judge would give either one of them sole custody of a child. But that's beyond the point, because how about there's no pregnancy? How about that part of it? Like, we're going to stick with that. We're going to stick with the facts over here. But we're going to go ahead and listen to this chick.
Can you hear the song? Huh? Can you hear it? That's good, because I don't want you to get copyrighted. Sorry.
There's something that you want so bad. But it's just the wrong fucking person.
Oh, you have to make me cry. But you the right person, okay? You the right person.
Why can't he just go to jail already? Just go to fucking jail, and then I can be free to make my choices and do what the fuck I need to do.
So wait a minute. So she need him to go to jail in order for, she needs this man to go to jail in order for her to make the proper decisions in life. I don't understand. How hard would it be? Because this man don't seem like he's trying to get and do anything in her life at all. He seemed like he's trying to move on. He ain't trying to fuck with her in no kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. But she keep breaking her neck to be around him and breaking her neck to get him to call in and talk to her and this and this and this. So, I mean, why does he need to go to jail? You can just literally divorce him and literally stop threatening his family and stop threatening him. Like, how hard would that be for you to just simply do that? I'm not understanding why he's got to be locked up for this. For what? For what? He's not touching you. He's not doing anything to you. You are the one threatening his family. So what does he need to go to jail for? Just do you. Do you like any other chick would do. If a nigga you don't want to fool with that man no more, move on, right? How hard is it to just move on? Like, I'm not understanding.
See, I have feelings too.
Y'all be nice.
I need a break.
Y'all be nice.
And now we got Lasagna over here trying to make her feel better about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And trying to comfort her and whatnot, telling her, oh, she would make a great parent. Like, you know what? Lasagna clearly don't know anything about parenting. And also, she don't really know Jag like that anyway. And then she got her own mental illness going on untreated, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she's not really qualified to really, you know, say much in regards to this matter. But now Jag needs a break and she need to go off on the side and cry in front of everybody. Here's my thing. If you really needed a break from the situation, right, and you really was crying all in your emotions about this and this was really a thing, why didn't you just cut the camera off at that point? How come the video didn't end at that moment, right? It should have been like, you know, I need a break from this. I can't do this no more. I got to go. And then end it, you know? But nah, it was all for clicks and views. It was all for show. We all know Jag is not pregnant and she just want everybody to think that. And so she could keep this shit going. But we're going to go ahead and listen to Lagena try to comfort her in this situation because this shit is just crazy. It's just wild.
Somebody said let it out. Sending love and prayers. Strong, beautiful queen. Never forget who you are. Someone said, "Hey, seen
I'm
you
actually
cry
going to stop this here. I don't want to keep playing
and
this.
cry, get it out, sis."
Hold on.
And they stand with you, Jack. They love you.
Girl, she over there in the corner in front of everybody. She could have went off on any part of that pool. She could have been anywhere in that pool or anything. I'm about to show y'all where she at, okay? Because she could have been anywhere in that pool. She could have been off camera, and it would not have been a big deal, right? But no, she wanted to make sure that she was completely on camera for everybody to see. Hold on one second. Let me remove the comments real quick. She wanted to be on camera to make sure everybody could see exactly where she's at and see exactly what she's doing. Okay. Yes, she wanted everybody to see her crying and in her emotions and in her feelings and everything and going through all of that. She did not want y'all in no way not to see any of that. Okay. So that I wanted y'all to see because for sure she know exactly what she's doing. Okay. This is not any kind of game to her. She know damn well she's not pregnant. She just wants y'all to keep up with it. And y'all are keeping up with this bullshit. It don't make no goddamn sense. You said Jag lies so much it's ridiculous. What's up, Boo Child? You said Jag lies so much it's ridiculous. She said he can't have kids, and so did the chick Dominique. Okay. And allegedly, I've heard too that she also has in the past said that she had a hysterectomy. Okay. That she was violated or something like that, and that she had to have a partial hysterectomy because of it. So that's what I heard. Okay, and now she's trying to say she's pregnant. So clearly, you can't get pregnant if you ain't got nothing, to hold the baby. Okay, like that's just not happening. Okay, if there's no eggs being produced, right? Yeah, there's no pregnancy. I'm just saying. But yeah, child, there's so many stories. I don't know what's going on. You said Stephanie Donat is toxic and a bit sinister. He backstabbed other platforms that have befriended him. He backstabs his audience for clicks and views. He just all around toxic. I only watch to take notes. I'll tell you this. A lot of times, well, I'll say this. Number one, I don't judge people until I have a reason to, right? Like if you give me something that I particularly see that bothers me, I'll say something about it. I don't have no problem with that. And until then, I'm kind of like, just there with that situation. So far, Donat has not given me a reason to feel that way. And until he does, then I'm going to keep fucking with him. And also, I do know that in this space, that a lot of content creators are viewed as quote unquote toxic or viewed as sinister or viewed as backstabbers and stuff, when in actuality, it's just YouTube. And it's kind of the nature of the game, right? It's kind of the nature of being a content creator in this space. Like, you might have people that you fuck with at one point, and then you turn around and not fool with them no more, maybe like a year later, depending on what happened, depending on what's going on, and the audience is just left to see what happens in front of everybody as opposed to what happens behind the scenes, right? So I don't know. I can't say how or why he reacted to people the way he did, what may have been viewed as backstabbing, or wait, maybe he really did do it, right? I don't know. But all I know is it's not easy being a content creator out here. It really isn't. And shout out to him because the nigga got the 10,000 subs and he's doing his thing, right? And people fuck with him, and that's just it. So, I appreciate that. But I also appreciate being a content creator and knowing that there's people that really just are not going to like you, and it be for no reason a lot of times, right? But other people think it is for some weird reason, or they think it is a reason per se, based off of whatever their experience is with that person, or whatever their experiences is with whoever they're quote unquote beefing with, right? But that's just kind of the nature of this shit. And that's just kind of how this goes. I know firsthand, right? I still got these dusty bitches out here talking shit, and I pay them dust. I'm not paying these bitches any motherfucking mind. Real shit. They can keep my name in their mouth. But I do want to say this. Speaking of that, speaking of sector topics, real quick. Shout out to my members, because I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to do with the Carrie Ann reaction thing. Because I know I said that we were going to do payments for Carrie Ann. Every time that this bitch mentions my fucking name, you guys jot it down, and we will be putting her, we will be paying some people, okay, out here. This will go to my actual members, okay? If you're a member of Black Lounge Divine, Black Lounge Productions, make sure that you go ahead and tune in. I'll probably be doing the members video on Saturday, okay? So make sure you guys tune in on Saturday. I'll let you guys know the time for sure. It's going to be during the day. And I'm going to give out a $50 cash prize this week for somebody who can give me either the exact amount of times that Carrie Ann has mentioned my name in the past month, or maybe close to it. If you're pretty close, you will win a $50 cash prize, but you have to be a member, because members are the ones that have been sticking with me all this time. They have been here. They make sure that they put a couple dollars in my pocket every single month, and I really do appreciate them. So shout out to the members, okay? So it's either going to be like $50, $75. It'll be something like that. And we'll just go ahead and do that real quick and just get that out here. Yeah, you say you're going to be rich. She can't keep your name out her mouth, okay? Like, this dusty bitch just want to talk about me all the time. And bitch, you're not important. Like, you're just not important, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I tried, I kind of want to talk about you, but I don't really have the energy to talk about this dusty bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Who the fuck is she? Like, she's literally nobody. Literally, I've been getting thousands of views on this channel, and nobody knows this bitch. Okay, so I'm not going to waste my time or energy even talking about this hoe. Let the hoe talk. She the one that want to suck dick and pay niggas $500 to do so. Okay, if that's what she want to do online, let the bitch do it. Okay, if she wants to take a bath once a week, okay, like literally, y'all, this chick done told the sector that she takes a bath once a week to protect her skin and the oils in her skin. Okay, if this bitch want to do that, okay, and she wants to be, listen, let the hoe live. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Let the fucking hoe live, okay? But baby, I ain't got time for the hoe, because like I said, this bitch is a nobody, okay? Literally a nobody. All while she's talking about everybody else and how they getting evicted and how they're this and they're in foreclosure at the same time, like, I don't know how you do that, but yeah, while she's talking all uneducated like that, she the one that walks to work in Atlanta and only takes a shower once a week, okay? So anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on from that hoe. Yes, let her talk to herself. Let that bitch keep talking and sounding as stupid as she does. But we're going to keep on with the Jaguar reactions right here, because this is what my audience wants to talk about. This is what we want to do over here. We like the tea sector. We like the tea. Okay, we like what's hot. Okay, and right now, Jag is a hot topic. And I absolutely love talking about this with my content, with my channel. And with my loungers, and we're going to keep on doing it, okay? But I will say that there is a lot going on that I was pretty upset about after what happened with the official King Payne show, okay? And we're going to get into that in just a moment. I'm going to play a quick timer for y'all, so y'all can go ahead and grab up some water or whatever you're going to do. Run up and down your steps real quick, and then we're going to get right back into this topic. right, guys. So let's go ahead and share this video. Again, shout out to Donat, guys. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you guys can see who I'm talking about, and that you guys can go over and subscribe to the show. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button over here in my show, as well as over on Donat as well. And you also want to go ahead and subscribe over there. You can also join. He does have memberships, and you can hit the like button on any of his shows. Really has some great shows over there, a really good format, and I really enjoy his commentary. So he's at about 10,000, a little over 10,000 subs. So you guys make sure that you go ahead and support and hit that like button over there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hide the chat because there was a lot being said. Also, he was playing the official King Payne show at the time because there was a lot of crap that Jaguar was just kind of saying loosely and crazy. And again, this is where integrity comes in as a content creator, right? What you allow on your platform and what you don't allow on your platform, speaks about you, not necessarily what other people like, what other people want you to talk about, but really it's about you as a person, right? What do you allow on your platform? Do you allow just any old thing? Do you allow people to just say and do whatever they want just for the sake of clicks and views? Or are you, really, do you have some integrity to you? Because it definitely does speak volumes about you as a person if you allow certain things like this, as what King Payne kind of allowed, right? I've noticed a difference though lately in the format of the official King Payne show. I've kind of stayed away a lot more lately just because of what was happening with the Jag thing and how I felt that they were exploiting her. So I haven't watched so much as I was, but I have noticed a difference in the format, right? Like it seems like he's almost standing at a dresser in somebody's attic bedroom or something and just having this conversation as opposed to what he was doing before. And I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and listen in on this conversation that he allowed to happen on his platform with Jaguar Wright the other day, because it was wild. Okay. And again, shout out to Donat. I am going to put a link to this video in my description box so that you guys can watch the full video. But we're going to start at about 1 hour and 18 minutes. We're going to get into what he said because Goomba actually comes on the panel at this point.
Bitch.
He comes on Donat's panel.
I grew to love you.
So right now what we're listening to is Jag on King Payne's panel. And Donat is playing that video. So I want you guys to kind of hear in what happened.
Guess you never loved me. So now I don't have to feel bad about having sex with that Jamaican boy. And he was amazing. Amazing. And Johnny Popcorn is better. Now I get to be a whole slut if I choose to. Maybe I'll call up that little girl. You know, the one that you fucked it all up with? Because your ass was throwing up because you were lightweight. Don't hang with rock stars if you can't do rock star shit.
She a grown-ass woman talking like this, though. Like, what the fuck?
That's right.
Every day is not a goddamn party.
Got money.
I almost feel bad for him.
Y'all don't worry about it. The girls is getting struck right now as we speak. Okay, I'm here. Their name was already on my copyright list, so I don't even have to do anything. Okay.
Shout out to them because
But go ahead,
that's why
Jack.
I didn't want to play his video.
I wasn't saying that.
That's why I didn't want to play his video because like he may try to strike you, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I'm just going to play Donat's video. And like I said, I am going to put a link to Donat's video in the description box. But child, listen, this is content. This is all on YouTube. This chick keep getting on here talking about it. Okay. I'm not really sure why they think, these conversations are exclusive to, only their channel, right? Like Official King Payne. I don't know why he would think it's only exclusive to him or Davey Way. No, all of us can have this conversation, right? Because our audience actually wants to talk about this shit. Okay. Like this is crazy. We're going to finish.
I'm so happy for my friend. I'm so happy for my sister Tokyo Tony. I told her, you got to get on the blue couch. And she did it. It's going to be amazing.
And you don't even know how she did it. Damn.
Shit, I wonder if her husband is a plant.
Right. And Goomba, didn't you just do an interview with the Blue Couch today?
I'm telling my business, yeah. I was at work today, you know what I'm saying? Let me drop that. But yeah, I was at work today.
Hold on, bear with me, y'all. For some reason, this is lagging. I don't know why.
Yeah, my.
Well, it don't matter.
So I really don't know.
We finna be single. Ooh. Actually, not finna be. We are.
Now she's dragging out a whole nother black.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to do some tweaking on this computer because I have no idea why this is lagging like this. And nothing else is lagging. I mean, y'all can hear me, right? One in the chat if you guys can hear me. And if it sounds like I'm lagging, let me know. But for some reason, whenever I share something on StreamYard,
so
a couple days it's been doing.
Are you planning on dating?
Okay, good. I'm glad you guys.
Oh, absolutely. All over the fuck America.
While we dissect this BS, child.
She been that way.
And Europe, North Africa, Tokyo. You know, I'm worldwide.
Fight for that shit. But how you gonna do
it? You know the best part about being me in a breakup? Is that I'm me. When the shit is over, I'm still me.
Okay.
It's funny because I'm kind of glad it's skipping.
Who the fuck are you without me?
Right. That helps with copyright. Like if it skips
worthless
like that,
piece of shit.
You're not just playing it all out. But I'm not playing the full video anyway. I'm only playing a portion of it. So, but I hope you guys are getting what is happening right now.
You better run, Cheryl.
Basically, right now,
because you ain't safe nowhere.
So we can let it catch up to itself. Basically, what's happening is Jag is out here threatening Goomba's family, okay, including his nieces and nephews on the Official King Payne show on the platform, like as we speak, right? Just openly doing so. All of us, you know, in our right state of mind are just listening to this and saying, you know, clearly she's not on her meds. Clearly she's just talking trash. But in all actuality, right, is she really talking trash? And should Goomba really be taking this seriously? I do think he should be taking it serious, okay? Number one, there recently was a podcaster who was unalived by a person watching from the clouds and watching in their chat and stuff, They were doxxed, and that person went to that person's house and shot that person point blank and unalived that person because of some YouTube drama. Okay, because of some podcast drama. Okay. And yeah, so this is a real thing. This is something that can happen. And the fact that they know each other, and the fact that they are married, okay, is all the more reason why this is alarming. Okay. That she is aware of where family members are. She's aware of where he is. She knows how to get a hold of family, knows how to get a hold of people, right? So it wouldn't be far fetched for him to believe that his life really is in danger from this woman. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and let this video play out a little bit more because I want you guys to hear his reaction to what she's saying. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad y'all let me know it's okay. Child, I'm just saying, you said, are we talking the white couple that got killed, but the mother was spared? Yeah. Yep. And I think the kids were in the house and everything. Like, and all of this is over some podcast stuff. Like, it ain't, no real thing. It's that person got doxxed and they found them and they went to their house and did this. Like, this is what really happened. So, sometimes that YouTube drama and that YouTube beef, it really ain't worth all that. We be hearing some of these, like, we know some people, especially in this sector, we know some people really ain't about that life, right? They be out here saying they going to do this, they going to do that. They really ain't going to do shit. But at the same time, you definitely want to take precautions, right? You definitely want to watch, watch some shit and not be, just acting like that doesn't happen, because it can happen, right? And particularly with these two, because of the fact that they're married, that she's already threatened him before, right? And that she's already saying that she wants him unalived. Okay, she's doing everything she can to get that done. She's calling the cops, trying to get them to come out on him. She's calling the vets of the Vets Association to try to get them to come out on him. She's trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff. And then even to the point where she's threatening it to do it herself. And at some point, them voices in her head, allegedly, will tell her to handle that. And she'll try. Okay, allegedly. But we're going to go ahead and listen in on what happened here.
Your handlers is pissed off because you lost control of me. I'm pissed off because you've been lying and fucking scamming me for 4 years. And your family about to be pissed off because they're going to have to look over their shoulders.
Hold on, guys. It's coming back up.
Every day and pray to God that their kids make it home from school all right.
That's a threat.
What are you talking about?
That's a threat.
Oh, on that note, Jack, I think that, you're upset tonight. And, I'm actually getting ready to go and catch a movie, friend.
And I'm finna strike you for threats.
And we just don't do
I got to get ready to go get this
I
shotgun.
really don't do kids.
I'm sitting here waiting for my dude to show up now with my shotgun.
So see, at that point, right, when this was all going on, and I'm just going to show you guys, I'm going to remove this brand real quick so I can show you guys, like, at this point in the show, King Payne, there shouldn't have been no more conversation for Jag at all. It shouldn't have mattered whether she's your friend, whether she's not your friend. At the end of the day, that conversation should have been cut immediately. Like, right at that moment, she should have got dropped off the panel. You know how easy it is to drop somebody off the panel? This is how easy it is. Okay, I'm about to remove my. Boom, that was easy. I was literally off the panel that. Like, while I'm talking to y'all that I'm from the panel. Okay, I'm just removing myself. Like, that's how easy it is to literally remove somebody and drop somebody off the fucking panel. Why was she still there after she was threatening this man's family? This was on the official King Payne show. I don't even know the name of the show because Donat's not showing it. But yeah, it was on there where she just got to threatening the kids and saying that Goomba works for Rock Nation and all this other just crazy deranged stuff. But we're not, I'm not necessarily concerned about, all the delusional stuff she's saying. What I'm concerned about is her carrying out, doing something to harm him or one of his family members. just because in her mind she's not able to control what is going on in her head, and she's not taking the proper medications to make sure that that is controlled, right? She's not in the proper space with a doctor, to make sure that she is getting that controlled. That is what I'm concerned about. But again, at that moment is when he should have immediately dropped her off the panel. But he just let her talk and keep talking and just run shit like it was her shit. It was crazy.
I got a feeling I might need it.
Well,
they stole all my weapons. They took my gun, they took my knife, they took my knuckles. You want to know what's great about me? I have more. I have more. I have more. Y'all pussies actually thought that you're going to get the cops to take my gun, take my knife, take my knuckles, and that's...
Why didn't he drop her off the panel?
All I had? I got a whole fucking storage locker, you fucking stupid bitches. Right now, I'm just waiting for my shotgun to show up. And any of you motherfuckers try anything, I cut you.
Delusions, dog.
Exactly.
And I'm a surgeon,
which also goes to show that Lagena, right, also is not in proper therapy, right, and not in getting proper treatment, and is just running back and forth from state to state, while neither one of them are getting clear therapy. Now, I talked about this on another video where it takes a while to get in with a therapist. It's not like you can just call a therapist up today and boom, you got an appointment tomorrow. No, you got to call and you got to get in with that therapist. They got to figure out your insurance, how, this is going to play out and so forth. It probably takes a good, almost a month before you get an appointment with a therapist, right? So if you're getting that appointment with them and you have Medicaid in the state of Michigan, right? Like she does, right? That therapist in Louisiana is not going to take Medicaid from Michigan. They're going to need you to have that insurance for that state. And then you have to find an actual therapist that takes that insurance, right? And then it takes some time to get through that process. So clearly, neither one of them are being treated properly. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part about it. So shout out to you, Woo Child, because yes, you're right, child. That shit is wild. Let's let them finish up here and see what they talking about.
Mossberg, I'm a surgeon with that shit. I will protect me, Lagena, Sam, my mom, at all costs.
And don't know Lagena.
Ain't Lagena supposed to be the caretaker of mom? Why
Yeah.
mom?
Like
it's a beautiful shotgun.
Laying her out.
I'm just waiting for my brother to drop it off.
So what's crazy about it is he also in here like trying to make this bad for her brother too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my brother dropping off the gun. So if something happens to this man, now your brother gonna be on the hook too because you putting out to the world that it's your brother that's bringing this thing to you. Like, girl, what is going on in the world of gangsterism these days? I don't understand.
I got a few requests. Okay.
Yeah.
Between now and this morning, okay? I don't want your ass going down to no airports, no hospitals, no police stations, okay? Stay your ass in the house, okay? Don't go past the hot tub, okay?
Okay, so now this is
Do not go past the hot tub or they gonna...
So now this is funny. Like I said, he should have dropped her off that panel. He should have immediately dropped her off the panel. Now they sitting there laughing and joking about this. Like, this is really funny. You said, were you aware that Goomba and his mentor had a public meeting with Jag after she came out? No, I was not aware of that. Send me that link and I'll go ahead and check that out. You can put a link to it in the description box here or right here in the chat, and we'll take a look at that because I wasn't aware of that. You said, right, wow, hopefully it's just talk. Hopefully it is, but I mean, you never know, right? You never know if this would be that time. And this man is not happy about it. We're going to go ahead and watch what his reaction is This is crazy.
But send your ass back to jail, okay? Do not go past go. Period. We want to see you free, okay? We understand
you want to see her free, like
a lot of emotion.
I know you want to see her free, like you're her friend, though. A conversation like that could have been done after the show was over. I would have definitely dropped her down and be like, "We're not about to have this type of conversation on my panel, right? We're not doing this. I'm gonna call you later." I've even seen Sean do that before. I've seen him drop her off the panel, when she get to talking like that, right? And say, "Listen, I'll talk to you later about this stuff," and just kind of look at us, I've seen him do that, so I'm not sure why King Payne didn't. I'm not sure what it is that's so important that she, her talking this trash and saying this stuff is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. You said official King Payne don't give a fuck. He's not wrapped too tight himself. All he cares about is cash apps and views. Child. Clearly that is the case. Okay. That is clear that is the case here. Because I can't understand why this whole conversation would still be going on, and these two are just laughing about this. Like, this is funny.
It's going on. It's a lot for you to live out your life in front of the world, but there is a lot of people who care about you.
This is the way I wanted it, because I want it on the record. All of these motherfuckers are about to fall, and I'm going to make sure of it. And all of you are going to be my witnesses.
Revenge is the Lord's. The best revenge is success, friend. All you got to do is stay prayed up, win, and watch. Just stay tuned. Okay, on period. You don't have to do a thing. You don't.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
What?
Wow.
You don't have to work yourself up, win.
He said you don't have to do nothing. And that's
the only thing
right? Part of the problem is she don't have to do nothing. Yes, she absolutely does have to do something. She has to grow up. She has to learn how to take responsibility for her own mental health. She has to learn how to listen to these demons and deal with these demons that she's dealing with, right? She needs to learn how to listen to herself and know her limits. And she needs to get to that space so that she can be healthy and she's not content for you. That you could have said that, right? That you her friend. How hard would that have been? You definitely could have said that to her. And that's no disrespect to him or anything. It's just, for goodness sake, like, how far do we take this? And this is your friend. She calls you on the phone. She has your number stored in her phone. You have her phone number stored. You know exactly where she's at right now, right? You can pull up on her if you wanted to, hang out with her. Like, that's how close y'all are. So when do you actually, hold her to the fire? Like, when do you do that as a friend? I'm just saying.
I need is bail money.
You don't need no bail money because you're not going to jail.
Huh?
You don't need no bail money because we're not going to jail. That's what we.
I gotta go. My brother just pulled up.
All right, Jack. Love and
I kind of noticed that too. I mean, I know that she is the hot topic right now, but I kind of noticed that too. That if he's not talking about her, the views aren't viewing as much. And even if he is talking about her lately, it hasn't been much about her. Like, I think this is the most that he's actually had to say lately, because there really hasn't been much he could give, right? Other than if she just hops on the show, which is the one that gives him the access, to everybody who wants to watch it. Everybody also comes over to other people's channels too, who watch this. If you're just in this JAG algorithm, that's just kind of what happens. But yeah, he said, you said his whole channel has become wrapped about Hag Liar. It's sad. And when he doesn't have access to her, he seems so depressed and his lives and content are drier. Right. Facts. You said, in some instance, I think Jag is saying stuff for show, or better stated, to troll viewers. At times, it's hard to differentiate the act from reality. And that's facts. That is the part that's the scary part about it, right? Like, we really don't know if she's acting or not. And we don't know if she's serious about actually harming his family or not. You know what I mean? Because this can happen, especially with the condition that she has that's not being treated. You know, that can happen. So absolutely. You said he seemed a bit slow, Woo Child girl. You said that makes sense. I am human first. You said living life to the fullest a bit. You said Woo Child. I remember when she resurfaced with him and something seemed off. He was so quiet when she was ranting about celebs. He was. And I think a lot of people were just kind of trying to feel her out and see where she was at with it. But once we saw, like everybody kind of saw all at the same time that this was more than just, you know, some ish that happened with Rock Nation back in the day, or some ish that happened with Jay-Z or the Roots or whatever. I think this is something that's, you know, we all figured out together that this was some mental illness untreated. And then, you know, as time went on, that became plain and clear. And they're just still, you know, acting as if this is some normal ish, and it ain't. Okay. And that's the issue, you know, that I think everybody is starting to have with him. But yeah, he was really quiet. So it is something to think about, of whether or not there's something going on with him too, right? But let's go ahead and listen in on the rest of this, and then we're going to finish out with what Goomba said.
There's
not much left.
You know, you've been looking over your shoulder this entire life. Hopefully,
no, now he's here. Now he's here. Now I got my shotgun, and I feel better.
Bring down your anxiety a little bit. Okay.
I always feel calmer with a gun.
Absolutely. So get inside safe. Okay. All right, friend. Talk to you soon.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yes.
That Tokyo Tony shit is gonna be fucking fire.
I know.
I know
that too, Woo Child.
Y'all watch me. I think her video might beat mine. Getting to 1 million fast.
Yes, you did. You're gonna hit 1 million views in 1 week.
I know, but I'm saying I feel that same energy.
Was it a week or was it a month? I think it was a month. I don't remember.
It was 3 weeks.
Oh, it was 3 weeks. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So it's about.
I'm at 1.6 million now on that.
It's about the views, because you see how they just celebrate and everybody's smiling and yeah, girl, you got 1 million views in a week and all this. And it's like, at what cost, right? At what cost? You now out here threatening people, kids, threatening innocent people, all because, you know, you want 1 million views. You're gonna have 1 million views in jail, honey. Like, what is you talking about? They're gonna bypass the other house. They're gonna put you smooth in the jail. That's what's going to happen.
2 months.
I know
we about to cross 2 million in 2 months.
Well, our video on TikTok got like 1.7 million.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm going to come back.
We going viral, friend. We going viral.
What'd you say, Goomba? Oh. What was it? He said he's going to come back.
I love you.
I love you too.
And do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk to Gerald Lahoskin Johnson Jr.
We're gonna he's about to end it here. But child, that part, okay, because actually Goomba said something about that. He was saying how, you know, these niggas is making money off of her, and they haven't paid her a dime. Like he said, nobody's giving her any pushback or anything. And not that content creators have to do that. I do want to say that too. It's not that content creators do have to do that, right? You can, whatever money you make on your platform, whatever donations you receive, whatever super chats you get and stuff like that, you're not obligated to give that to anybody. That is something that you earn with your time on this space, okay? And people are donating to people, and that's what they choose to do. That's fine. And you don't necessarily have to give that out to anybody. But at the same time, you know, how is Jag benefiting is what Goomba is saying. She has her own platform. She has her own YouTube channel. She has her own Instagram and so forth and so on that's actually popping, right? And even though she doesn't have as many subscribers as the official Kingpin, and even as Sean Davy Way, she does have enough subscribers where if she stayed on her channel and did this, she would grow, and those views would grow for her, and that money would go to her as opposed to going to them. They're going to get their money. They're going to get people coming in and talking about this anyway, because people just want to talk about this. This is a hot topic. But at the end of the day, why is it that she would allow these dudes to make this bread off of her name. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make no sense at all. I'm going to tell you what I do. These bitches want to talk shit about me. I wish a nigga would get on these bitches' panels and let these bitches say anything about me. No, I'm going to come over to Black Lounge Divine and talk about you bitches. Okay? Because I can get paid to talk about you bitches. Like, real nigga shit. It's not life-changing or nothing like that. But I refuse to sit up on your panel and not make anything when I can make residual income off you bitches just on my own panel, right? That's exactly how she should do. Run your own brand. You are your brand. Jaguar is her own brand. She don't need to put nobody else up or do anything. So if it was really about views and clicks, she doing this all the way backwards. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. You said, to hell with that. If you hit 1 million views off me, you paying me, period. Okay, exactly. Bet you gonna hand me a couple dollars if you gonna pay me, if you gonna talk about me on your panel, and niggas is giving you money for me and I'm my own brand. Shit, I wish I would. You said she has the same amount of subs as Official King Payne. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought he had more subs than her. But okay, well, even with that, then that makes more sense for her. That's all the more reason for her to have her ass over there, right? On her own channel. But we're going to go ahead and finish up what was going on here because Donat and Goomba get into this conversation. So.
Tell them to just come to me with the truth, and I'll spare the kids.
Girl, good night, Jack. Good night, Frank.
How was that funny at all when she said, I will spare the kids? Like, how did that become any kind of joke? How was that funny? How did he even think for any second that that was something to laugh at? But let's listen to what Goomba says, y'all, because this is crazy.
Since you want to strike me.
And again, shout out to Donat. Everybody make sure they go over there and hit the like over there. Also subscribe to Donat's channel. He's taking care of a strike that he got, so we'll go ahead and let him rock out with that for a second, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button over here as well. All 57 people in the clouds. Hey, Job for 9. I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you.
Play them police games.
Also,
fuck,
Cynthia.
What you talking about? And I just did it in front of everybody.
Well.
I ain't finna hide shit.
Goomba
will be back.
Queen Shay, I
no shotgun but drugs. Goomba will definitely be back.
Let me go ahead and I appreciate all the new subscribers in the building. Shout out to all of y'all. You said that was horrible. Yes, it was. You said her channel isn't monetized, and in my opinion, it's because she's too lazy to do it, and she still owes Sam Sr. back child support. Oh, well, that would be yeah. And then also, she also, I wonder if she just wants, because in order for you to actually be monetized per se, there's certain information you got to give to YouTube. So you got to give them your address per se. You also have to give them your banking information, right? And all that stuff. So perhaps there's some reason why she wouldn't want to monetize that channel. Considering she's always on the run somewhere, so that could be something to do with it as well. You said that was horrible. And I appreciate you being in the building, Cynthia Lee Smith, ED. And Job for 9, I appreciate you as well. You said hey to everyone. And Queen Shay, you said they in a contract, she helping them out and still doing things weird. Oh, girl, I'm just saying it is crazy. It don't make no sense. Hey, Eyes Nation, I appreciate you being in the building. Everybody go over and subscribe to Eyes Nation TV, one of my favorite content creators out here. She also talks about Jag a lot, y'all. So make sure y'all get over there to her. And you said, hey, yeah. And you said, Black Lounge Divine, thank you for being so welcoming. No problem. I appreciate all of the new subscribers. And thank you for subscribing, Cynthia. I appreciate you. And shout out to Jobs for 9 for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate you being in the building, and I appreciate the $10. Thank you. And you said, welcome, everyone. And you also said, hi, Jobs for 9. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up what Donat was saying, because I really thought what he said was really great. And I actually have the same sentiment. So let's listen in with this and also what Goomba's response was, okay?
She just threatened the kids. Oh my, exactly. She threatened them kids. She threatened kids in Goomba's family a plethora of times on his live. That's a fact. And it's not content. And he think it's funny. You know, just imagine if she actually carry out threats of violence against kids in Goomba family. What would y'all say? Oh, that was content. Oh, Official Kingpin had a lit room. This is, and you continue to permit it. You didn't check it. Yeah, exactly. Look at all of these people here. I'm triggered. Exactly. Why do you think I just reported that shit in real time for all of y'all to see? Give a fuck what nobody say.
I don't blame him, y'all.
You
I mean,
understand what I'm saying?
I'm not one to do that. I don't like to report people's channels unless it's something that's, actually directly affects me. Like if you're doxing me or something like that, I might report something like that. But other than that, I'm not going to, that's just not what I do. But I don't have a problem with what he did. I don't, because what she did was disgusting. And Official Kingpin should have stood up to that. He should have said something. And why he didn't, I don't know. Why he allowed that to happen on his platform, I don't know. I don't get it. But perhaps if some more of some subscribers would push back on some things as opposed to just sitting back and just watching, the train wreck and just allowing this kind of stuff, perhaps some of this stuff would be quelled with her, right? Maybe she would go and get the actual help that she needs. Maybe she would actually do what she's got to do. But let's go ahead and listen to this, guys.
Yes, strike facts. Jaguars in the bushes like a snake. Listen to the content and twisting the story around. Exactly. Jaguar is now stealing content from me. Fuck you talking about Kingpin. Jaguar is stealing content from me and went over to Kingpin platform and regurgitated while threatening to unalive little kids in Goomba's families.
I so agree with you. I so agree with you, Josh Fernand. He has some real integrity. I was saying that a little bit earlier in the video, how sometimes content creators are expected to do certain things, or they may be viewed as, somebody who's quote unquote toxic or whatever. But in actuality, we move about a certain way for a reason. And it could be, certain things that we just choose to cut ourselves off from or choose to get involved with based off of, our experiences as a creator, and so I've seen him grow. I watched him grow into what he is now. And I'm really proud of him. I really like what he's doing there. And shout out to him for elevating what it means to be a content creator, especially in this space here where it is toxic and it can be toxic. And people don't always, take, seriously that people have lives outside of YouTube, right? And they have families and, and this kind of stuff should not be okay. And if you allow it in this space, you just may allow it in real life. And that's where it could become a problem, And so shout out to you. And I agree with that, being ethical and moral. You said, I saw this. This was a serious moment on Donat's page. It really was. It definitely was. You said he allowed it because he is SLOW as he preached. Child, it's got to be the reason, right? You said all he did was put out a lame disclaimer when she hung up. Yes. That was crazy. Like he just was like, and just laughed about it and thought it was okay. And it absolutely was not. You said threatening behavior. It sounded like, child, I'm just saying, definitely. You said, hey there, Woo Child. You said, KP, Official Kingpin, yeah. You said, hey, Love Job for 9. You said Gerald was genuinely upset. And I felt bad. Like I had to stop what I was doing and just watch him and just listen because this was bad. So I want everybody to hear this for those who didn't. And again, I'm going to put a link to it in the description box so you guys can go over to Donat's channel and subscribe. Okay.
So, Goomba, your hair, do you who is Johnny Popcorn?
I don't fucking know who no fucking Johnny Popcorn is. I don't know who the fuck.
So I think when they're talking about Johnny Popcorn, they're talking about Sean Davy Way, which is, they call him Poppington. So he be calling himself Poppington.
This is the main reason why I have filed for divorce, and I'm waiting for the funds to come in and to push that motherfucking button and press pay. Goddamn, get this shit over with because I can't deal with this shit though.
And here's the thing. Let me make it something very clear. I'm the person, and Goomba has the text messages, timestamp. I'm the person who told Goomba that I would use my platform to help him get out of the situation. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I have his Cash App posted, because I do think it's a toxic and very dangerous situation for anybody to be in. She's threatening to unalive kids in your family. She said that she was going to get a GUN from her brother, who is now there with her right now, so that she could unalive you and kids in your family. Like, what does your family have to do with anything dealing with your failed relationship? And then on top of that, she's saying that you was hired by Rock Nation to get in a relationship with her.
All these are false accusations. Once again, I never got paid to Rock Nation, work for Rock Nation.
Yeah, I agree. You said the way official campaign is moving is disturbing me. I unsubbed and canceled my membership. I will not give him a dime. I also canceled my membership. I had a membership. I had just subscribed to his membership too when all this stuff started to spiral out of control. And I just was like, I refuse to be part of this. I'm not going to give my money to this. So I definitely did also cancel my membership. I haven't necessarily unsubbed. I just don't have him on the notification bell. So whenever he goes live, I don't really notice. I kind of have to go over and see. But lately, I've been able to catch his nonsense everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it really hasn't been that big of a deal. Listen, guys, there's 71 people in the clouds. Before we finish this, I'm going to play a quick 1-minute timer. I need you guys to hit the like button so that this can get out to the algorithm. All right. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Yes, Donat finally understands that Gerald's not going back. You know what? I think he does finally get it. I think I get it. I've been got it. I didn't think he was. At one point, I did think so. But now I'm like, nah, I think he knows. And it really shows in this video here. You said, Josh for 9. That is good. Everyone should. He has crossed a huge line. He definitely did with what he did with this. You said, hey, T-Pre. Hey, Miss Beautiful Bernice. I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to one of my favorite moderators in the building. I appreciate you. You said, hey, T-Pre in chat room. You said, just did my like. I appreciate that, Juanita. Shout out to you for being in the building. And make sure everyone else has hit the like as well. Truly appreciate the likes going up. You said, hey, to Stephanie Collins. And you said, my big issue with Goomba and why I now feel a little sorry for him is that he reached out Jag for a public meeting after she came out. Really, bro? After she said all that stuff about you, your fam? Yeah, I agree. But, you know, we got to keep in mind what's going on with him mentally, too. Also, that's his wife, you know, also. But, you know, so it's probably a little bit harder for him to kind of get away from the situation. But I definitely do think that he should be much smarter, right, in getting away from that situation and doing what's best for him, because this is so sad. What we're about to see. So yeah, they're doing that, all that stuff, trying to reach out and make things okay. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, Tiff P, I appreciate you. Make sure everybody goes over and subscribes to the Godmother, one of my favorite content creators out here. Tiff P, you said, hey, Lady Pre, I only watch Official Campaign on the replay, if at all. He takes entirely too long to get to his content, sometimes up to an hour and a half. Girl, listen, if I do watch him, it's always on the replay. It's never live, because I wish I would sit there for an hour and a half while he plays an intro. That goes on for about an hour. And then after that's done, Then there's like a whole nother hour of begging for cash apps and asking everybody to give him $100. And once he reaches that $100 goal, that is when he's going to give us the tea. I'm like, you know what? I might as well just wait until after the show. I've even done that with Sean Davy Way lately. I get tired of coming to your show and I hear Holy Spirit activate about 3 times. And then after that, then we got to get into who's not popping, who is popping, who's the bomb, who's not the bomb, hair flip, this. And then we get to the tea. And the tea is literally like 5 minutes long. Like, you know what? I can do this at another time without being disturbed, right? So I agree with you, Tiff. Shout out to you. And you said, I think he wanted her to stop not understanding the nature of a malignant narcissist. Fact. I think he did too. And that's probably why he was trying to reach out and trying to, you know, but you got to be educated on narcissism if you're dealing with that so that you know how to move about with a person like that. And literally, ignoring her is probably what is going to be his best move, you know, really in this situation. Child. Hey, Crafted Legacy 22. Appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and finish up this video here. It's only a few more minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and end the show here.
I don't know where she's getting this shit from. Like, just nowhere factual, nowhere, bro. Like, this shit is just getting out of fucking hand, bro. Now you threatening my nieces and nephews?
Yeah, your nieces and nephews.
Like, my nigga, like, I'm feeling some type of way right now.
I don't blame you. Like, bro, I don't even know what to say because I go off. Like,
bro, right now I'm trying to calm down. My nigga, this is my fucking life. And it's on fucking line, my nigga, and this shit's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, I feel like I'm back in combat again, my nigga. Like, my sleep schedule, my eating schedule is fucking off, bro. My anxiety, my PTSD is kicking in, fam, and to hear these fucking threats and everything, it's just got me in a whole different mindset right now.
Do you feel like you have to, like, that's bad? Like, I don't know many military vets or anything, but I can only imagine how that can kick up PTSD because you've survived so much and somebody's now threatening to unalive not just yourself, but kids in your family, saying that their brother is there to bring them a GUN and they got to get offline to get that GUN from their brother. I feel like, does she know where you are right now? Does she know where your nieces and nephews are?
No, bro.
She don't. So, so in all fairness, in order for it to be a credible threat, that person would have to have a reasonable opportunity, or you would have to believe that there's a reasonable opportunity of them carrying that out. Has she ever met your niece and nephew?
Yes, bro.
What does kids have to do with any of this?
My nigga, like nothing, bro. Like now you done stepped across another fucking boundary. And I'm trying to keep calm. I'm trying to maintain.
This really touched my heart, man.
This is the main reason I want out. And I just want it peaceful, but it's not going to be peaceful.
And that's the part I think we all know.
So the other day when she got out, you said that you called her up to have a peaceful conversation. Do you? And then you have been very adamant about saying that it didn't work and you wasn't going to try it again. Now that the whole wide internet between that room and this space, over 2,000 people have heard her give a credible threat for you and kids, and it's just like.
Okay, I'm going to pause real quick because I agree with that, Cynthia. You said, I believe the whole car blow up story was contrived. with phony pics. I never really covered that story because I couldn't confirm it. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't confirm it. I have a problem with telling a story about these celebs or telling a story about these things, and I can't confirm it with receipts, right? And the receipts I was getting wasn't receipting. You know what I mean? It just wasn't pulling for me. So I barely covered that story. But she definitely is trying to say this now. And I do think I Am Human First, like you said. I think this may have something to do, something with him, some of him thinking there's going to be some repercussions, but I think it's also just simply just the anxiety of it all. I don't think he really is scared that he's going to jail for this, right? I think he's the anxiety of all of this all together, and the weight of it all is just way too heavy on him, right? And I think that's why he's really, really having this problem. So I agree. I never could say whether or not this actually, was actually a thing. You know what I mean? If that car thing actually happened. But I think the bigger problem is the fact that she's out here, saying that she's going to do something to this man or do something to his family. And there's a lot of crazies out here, right? People who are not treated, that are listening in on her and will do anything to have a quick shine in the world real quick. And there's all kinds of people doing stuff like that. They hear stories on YouTube in particular, and they go out and do things, and react in the world based off of what they hear. So yeah, that is a thing, that Goomba should be afraid of. You say, yeah, I think it's something shady boots with that car. They're gonna mess around and both end up in the clink, okay? Especially if there really is, and the insurance company is doing an actual investigation on it. I say I'm gonna leave it to them. When they figure it out is when I'll cover it, right? Because right now, I don't know, you know what I mean? But shout out to Della Cream Della though. She did she did say that in her working in insurance in the past, they will do an investigation into claims, and it may take a little bit longer for that claim to come out if the investigators feel like there's something shady going on. So yeah, so it could be that going on with this situation, that they know something ain't right here, and that's why that case has not been closed yet. You said, yes, it touched my heart too. It was sad. We're going to go ahead and finish this up real quick, guys. I just want to get through you guys comments. You said that story changed too. Yeah, it did change too much. You said he looked beaten down with it all, yet Jag is laughing and throwing threats, and the official Kingpin is sitting there laughing right along with her, right? You say, yes, he has stated publicly that he has his PTSD presented as levels of anxiety. Okay, yeah. So that's why I think, this is just what's going on, as opposed to it being, oh, he's really worried about going to jail or something. Right, Tiff P. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this up, guys. We have a couple
It's not even entertaining no more. Like at first, like I'm not even gonna lie to you. At first, I'm like, oh, and you text me. You was like, bro, stop. I'm like, oh, it's entertainment. They're gonna get back together. Like, and I even at the start of this live, I said, and even on Conscious TV before I started this live, I said that I don't give people relationship advice because I'm not in that relationship. And I think it's out of place for people to do so. But right now, I'm going to give you advice as a human being. This lady has threatened to unalive you a plethora of times. She's threatening to be a widow, saying that she's not going to divorce you. And now she's continuing to dog out your family and threatening kids in your family. So my advice to you is
all I gotta say right now. Do not like. I don't mean to cut you off, fam. CDL Police Department. I hope this is enough for you now. I called you guys and I told you I need a restraining order on this woman.
Yes, he was in the military.
I told you I need
a Desert Storm,
a
I believe.
order against this woman. One of your officers sat on the phone with me for an hour and a half. Watched videos, skimmed through videos, and said there was no liable threat. Is this a liable threat now? My fucking life is in danger. My family's life is in danger.
Well, not Desert
Please
Storm, but
don't
over in
make me
Iraq.
act accordingly.
You're too young to be in Desert Storm.
Please. I'm begging you to help me. Please don't make me act accordingly, because I will protect me and mine by any means necessary. What else do y'all need to put paperwork on her? What else do you need? I'm not dying for her. Me or my family has nothing to do with this. The people who surround themselves around me, who love me, they have nothing to do with this. What else do you need? I've been patient, waiting for justice, protect and serve. I did that for y'all. And I can't get a simple, that motherfucker laughed at me, fam. I can't take no more. Please don't make me act accordingly.
I don't I don't think this is content anymore. Because
Yeah, and I'm gonna end that there because I kind of wanted everybody to just hear what Goomba said. Okay. I'm not sure how many people know of a person or know anyone who is suffering from mental illness, right? Or has had family ups in that place, right? You said he says he showed the police and they won't act. Exactly. And I'm gonna talk about that real quick. You said, oh man, and you said he was crying. For sure he was. There was tears like really rolling down his face on both eyes. Okay, it was really bad. So I don't know if you guys have ever either encountered a family member or a friend or anybody that you know that suffers from mental illness, untreated mental illness, right? Especially to that level. And they get to that space and you know, they may have tried to contact authorities or something to get them help, or you're afraid to contact authorities to get them help. Yeah, this is as far as they'll go because they don't have anything. If there's no actual threat, if they're you know, a married couple, it may be harder for them to believe, you know, and this kind of stuff. There could be all kinds of reasons why the cops aren't particularly doing anything. But how many times, right? How many times does he have to keep going through this before they finally do something? Is it going to take something happening to him, right? And this is what he's saying. Like, why does something have to happen to me or my niece or nephew or somebody in order for them to act, in order for them to do something, right? What do we do as the public with this stuff where we're watching this, you know, in real time happen and there's nothing we can do, right? Or is there? I don't know. I'm not one to be calling cops and stuff, especially if I don't know the situation. I don't want the cops to come out and act, you know, in ways that in the Black community we have seen. Okay. So I don't do that unless it's necessary per se. But what do? We're all watching this. We're all, you know, kind of seeing this happen. And I don't know. I do know that there are people that are acting. There are people that are making moves and making phone calls, and they're showing videos to them and showing them, you know, what the behavior is of Jag. But I'm afraid for him. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's not because I'm, you know, necessarily thinking that she's this big, you know, scary person. It's just because a person who is the least scary is the one that you got to look at. Those are the ones that you got to watch, right? Because she really just might go to the extent that she can just to get that fame and that go out in that blaze of glory that she's trying to go out in and take everybody with her at the same time, you know? So I'm concerned about this situation. I think it's a big deal. Yeah, and you said, hold on, let me go back to your comments real quick. You say, yes, this is sad. You said he is being cyber stalked relentlessly by Jackie Child. And it's like YouTube just allows it. Just everybody else just allows. YouTube allows a whole lot of stuff that shouldn't be happening until somebody gets hurt in the situation. And then YouTube want to get in. You said, I'm sure DeSoto PD would issue a restraining order. They are very familiar with Haglar. I think he should definitely be attempting to do everything he can to protect himself and family. He's in an open carry state. It is what it is. And also, I think that he should definitely attempt to have a restraining order on her or something in place so that she can't come within a certain amount of feet of him. And maybe that would keep her from doing so, And hopefully also she's just talking shit and she's not really going to do anything, You said, can't he report her to the military as he served? Well, that's the thing. He said that he's been trying to report her to all kinds of places, and everybody's just like, our hands are tied. Literally, she has to commit an actual crime before they can do anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing they could do. I don't know why, other than, with these terroristic threats against these kids and stuff, they probably can pick her up on that shit, to be honest. But, all this other stuff of them going back and forth, I don't know. Maybe they think it's not that big of a deal. And that's what's the sad part about it. It takes something actually happening, right? Something going on with him before they actually do something about it. You said YouTube really does allow a lot, and some channels seem to be able to get away with a lot more. Okay. Like it, and also Tiff P, as we kind of know, some sectors are also able to get away with a lot. Like what goes on in the beef sector, what goes on in this, this little Umar sector, all this other stuff that goes on in some of these spaces, even, in where Kwame Brown's channel and all that stuff that happens with them, they just allow people to get doxxed. They just allow people's information. Like it's just entertainment, quote unquote, until somebody gets hurt in the situation, right? Like, what do you do? It's just crazy. You said, I totally agree, T-Pre. You said, he says he will do that today as well as an injunction against Sean Davy Way and official campaign. And I'm proud of him for that, because he was saying that. He said, he's definitely going to be contacting the authorities in regards to them and in regards to what was going on these panels and what JAG is, able and allowed to say on these channels. And I did a video a while back on something like that. It was a stupid ass chick out here who tried to put some lies out about me. And I had to show that, your videos and your channel actually can be subpoenaed, even if you private the video, right? Even if you put the video on private or on members only or whatever, that video can most definitely be subpoenaed and sent to a court and can be used as evidence against someone. So it's crazy how people just be doing stuff out here and think that there's never going to be any consequences to it. You said the police only get involved after, right? After somebody gets hurt, after somebody gets unalived, you know what I'm saying? Or some crazy ish like that. And it shouldn't have to take that craziness to do that. You said, I hope he follows through. I do too, for his sake and for the sake of his niece and nephews, particularly, You said young Pharaoh go live at least once a week, threatening to unalive his baby mothers and their families. Child. That's why I had to stop covering him so much, because young Pharaoh was doing the most out here with that unalive and stuff of everybody. Hey, Vici, one of my favorite members. I appreciate you. Make sure you check me out Saturday, Vici. I know that you be over around Scary Ann, so you got to be counting as many times as my name has been in her mouth, because you may win that $50 prize that's coming out on Saturday for the members only, okay? I am going to put that on members only, so make sure that you go and check that out on Saturday. But listen, guys, I am out of here. I got some stuff I got to do today, so make sure that you hit the like button on the way out. Make sure that you are subscribed over on Donat's channel as well as here, so that you always know when we do go live. I truly appreciate all of the new people that came in today and everybody that will be coming into the show. Vici, it, child. We're going to go ahead and do it on Saturday, and it will be members only, because you guys are the ones that have been here with me for the longest. Y'all have supported me for almost 2 years, and I truly appreciate you guys, and y'all deserve that. Thank you, Elise, Cynthia. I definitely appreciate the subscription, and everybody else who has subscribed and hit the like button. Guys, I will talk to you guys later. And again, I truly appreciate you guys for being in the building. And thank you guys for watching.